You say it goes against the grain for you to plead guilty to a crime?
You have no idea.
Victor, I never said I expected you to enjoy this.
Victor, we're lucky Chris is here, talking to us, allowing us a chance to minimize the damage.
I have far more to lose than you do, Michael Baldwin.
Not true. My freedom, my ability to pursue my career, they're of no less importance to me than yours are to you.
You said to yourself that she might be bluffing?
It's possible. But if someone's pointing a cannon at you and you're standing there with a slingshot, do you think this is the best time to call their bluff?
Hey, lover.
Hey. Every hour of every day.
All right. See, now I know I did the right thing marrying you.
Oh, yes, you did. That's for sure. How's your day going so far, beautiful?
Let's see. How do you say this? Lousy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Trouble at Jabot?
There's always trouble at Jabot every day. But, you know, my wonderful, sexy husband could solve all my problems if he wanted his wife to be happy.
You know something? I feel a pitch coming
No,
on.
honey, I just have a favor to ask you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
A favor to help you and your company?
No, something that would show how virtuous you are and how scrupulous you are and how principled you are.
I love where you're headed. I just tied my tie, but I'm interested enough to ask what's going on.
Baby, could you track down Phyllis and find out, you know, where the orchids are and bring me back one? That would be so nice. Could you do that? Hmm?
You know what? I think we're overreacting.
Are we? Phyllis stole those orchids right out from under our noses. I reckon that gives me the right to be slightly upset.
Of course it does. And I'm upset too, but this is beyond our control. And I think that we might have better things to do than flip out.
It's only a matter of time before she hands those orchids over to the R&D people at Newman.
Maybe. But they have no idea what they're looking for. And without that little piece of information, all they've got is a couple of pretty flowers.
Pretty flowers hiding a very lucrative secret.
Which the Newman people can't possibly find out on their own. I mean, it's virtually impossible, take my word for it.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that.
Why not? It felt kind of nice.
Because you're vulnerable, Jack, and I don't want to take advantage of you. Not that I didn't enjoy it, but
But what? What is the big deal?
the big deal is that your heart is still with your wife.
Would you lighten up? What is a little kiss between friends?
Is that all it was? A little kiss between friends?
What do you say you and I agree not to overanalyze this? It was a pleasant surprise.
Okay. You're right. I'm being too sensitive.
I want you to know something.
What?
I've come to depend on you a lot lately, these last few months. I'm not just talking about Jabot or what you've done here, or you're taking the lion's share looking after Kyle. You've been there for me at every turn. I want you to know I appreciate it. more than you know.
How could you have done that? How could you have taken a drink after all those years?
The destruction of this home. Now, that was a blow that I couldn't bear. I mean, this home that has seen me through so much. I know this is just a stupid building to you. It is a place. But to me, my dear, I want to tell you this is a symbol of everything that I have ever lived, everything that I have ever endured. When I saw that sledgehammer coming through the ceiling in there, oh my God, that was a blow to me. The pain was excruciating. It was a blow to my mind. It was a blow to my body. But worst of all, by God, it was a blow to my very soul.
So you medicated yourself?
I wanted to be numb, and I still want to be numb.
Yeah, but you see, you aren't, are you?
But I can do something about that now, and I think I'm going to. Yes, I'm going to. That's what I'm going to do. Yes,
Catherine.
yes, yes.
Don't. I am begging you, don't.
Baby, tell the truth. You haven't heard from Phyllis?
No, I haven't, I swear.
And you don't know where she is?
Not a clue.
Did you know that Jack actually was on his way to give Phyllis back that orchid before she ran off with both of them? Did you know that?
Really? So what?
So it's only fair that you all give Jabot one of the orchids back. You know, it's our discovery after all.
What discovery?
Newman Research will find out soon enough.
No, wait, no. That could take forever. Besides, we don't even know what to look for.
Boo-hoo.
All right, you want to play fair? Fine. You tell me why this orchid is so special. I will personally twist Phyllis's arm to return one of them to Jabot. Then we will have a level playing field.
We don't want a level playing field.
It's the only way I'll agree to help you.
How do I know you're actually going to hear from that yellow fang viper?
Oh, I'll hear from Phyllis, all right. I'm one of the few people she trusts.
And you're proud of that? Listen, how do we know she didn't leave Genoa City forever and destroy the orchids just out of spite?
Well, my darling, if that is the case, then we're both out of luck. But Phyllis isn't stupid. I mean, no matter how upset she is with Jack, it's highly unlikely that she'd get rid of them, especially if they're as valuable as I suspect they are.
How do I know you're going to keep up your part of the bargain?
You don't trust your own husband?
Not when it comes to business, honey. You know that.
Okay, listen very closely to me. I will get you one of the orchids.
I love you.
Wait a minute, wait. No. There's more. You, in turn, you must tell me why it's so damn special. That is the deal. Take it or leave it.
Oh, wait. You're asking me to stick my neck way out.
No, not really. I mean, Jabot has a huge head start. Whatever makes this flower so important, you people already know about it. Hey, come on. Enough with the neck rolling stuff. Are you gonna...
Okay, you know what? I'll tell you. But I swear to God, if you cross me, Neil...
Now, would I do that to the woman that I love?
The rivalry between Jabot and Newman, you have no idea how deep it is, how sick the things these two families have done to each other, the things that their employees are willing to do.
Damon, a little bad blood.
No, we're not talking about a little bad blood. People at Newman aren't going to rest until Jabot's cold in the ground. Anybody who tells you different, they're lying.
Not emphasize to you enough that the opportunity that Christine's offering to us now comes along once in a lifetime. You cannot, I repeat, you cannot blow this.
Christine, let me ask you something. You get the feeling that you're in over your head? Your first job as an assistant DA, forced to prosecute former colleagues, friends, lovers. It's a politically very charged case. If I were you, I'd get out of it as quickly as I could, you know. Unless, of course, you want to risk looking like a fool.
Is this why you asked me here, to be insulted?
Victor, what did I just say to you?
You have nothing on me. do you? There's no smoking gun. There's no gun. Just smoke.
Are you in this much denial? I got a raft of facts from Michael. I then did a thorough investigation, which turned up evidence of other crimes. I know everything that happened last year. Now, yes, you might squirm out on a technicality, but if that's what you're counting on, you are living in a fool's paradise. Victor, you are making this easy on me. That is not what you should be doing. I'm done, okay? I'll see you in court.
Get your damn tape recorder. I'll tell you everything.
You called Victor to come over and see Ashley?
No, to see me discuss her situation.
Brad, you had to have known what a risk you were taking to potentially put the two of them together without any medical support.
That wasn't my intent. I didn't plan on Victor seeing Ash. Look, if you recall, I had plenty of qualms about following your advice and having Victor get involved in this situation at all. Having said that, I just wanted to talk to the man. That's it. See if I could even stomach him being anywhere near Ash.
So you didn't want Victor to see Ashley, yet you invited him over here. Didn't you think she might come down the
Look,
stairs?
what do you want, an apology? I'm doing the best I can.
Okay.
Look, what's done is done. She doesn't appear to be any worse off.
Plus, we've learned some new information. Seems like Victor is the only one capable of getting through to her.
Isn't that a kick in the teeth? How do I deal with that, Olivia?
Honey, you're telling me that there's something in this orchid root that naturally and painlessly straightens hair until it's washed out?
Pretty amazing, isn't it? Vanessa Lerner discovered it by accident while doing cancer research.
Wow, this could be big. This could be worth a fortune.
Fortune, right? And that's why Jabot would like to get an orchid back. Pronto.
Yeah. So how far has Damon gone in isolating the chemicals in the orchid root, the actual ingredient to manufacture a product?
I don't know, and I don't think I'd tell you if I did.
Now I understand why Jack was so hell-bent on getting it back.
Yes, and America's Most Wanted doesn't even know what she has.
Only she's got something that Jabot desperately wants.
Now, baby, a deal's a deal, right? And you did say that you were going to get me an orchid.
I did say that, yeah. You want to shake on it?
I think a kiss would be much more binding.
Look, Damon. Newman may be bigger, and they may be stronger, and who knows, they might even have both orchids by now. But they don't have the most important thing.
What's that?
Me. This is my discovery. Mine. I know what's there, and I know how to get it. So, as long as you have me.
We'll have the edge?
Exactly. And I'm not going anywhere.
You're saying then the bribing of key employees at several major retail chains, the bribing that Michael carried out for you was only part of the scheme. Please speak clearly into the recorder, Victor.
All right. I provided Michael Baldwin with cash, all legal money, taxes paid, etc., and told him to pay off people who could influence the placement of Safra products on the shelves of their respective stores.
That's not all.
Of course it isn't all. You don't think we buried Tuvia the way we did, simply by moving some boxes around on shelves? There were other payoffs. You know that already, don't you? Those were the other crimes you referred to.
You're still trying to get me to show you my cards?
I arranged through contacts in the transportation industry for shipments of Tuvia to arrive late to their destination, just late enough that Safra had a slight edge.
How much did you spend on those contacts?
At least a couple of million the first 3 months. After that, didn't bother. Damage was done.
Wow. Wow. I had no idea.
Well, lucky you.
Anything else?
I managed to undermine Tuvia's print advertising ever so slightly in a few major markets. Made payments to people in critical positions in publishing. Arranged for mistakes to be made, ads to be delayed by a day here. Placed in the wrong section of the paper there. Few articles were written praising Safra that probably wouldn't have been written otherwise. Nothing again that would wave a red flag. Just nibble away at Tuvia's effectiveness. You do enough of these little things and the cumulative effects are large. There were other bribes too. For shelf space, display preferences, little incentives to sales personnel to see that Safra products sold first. I let Michael Baldwin handle retailers with local offices, but there were other people doing the same thing on both coasts and in Canada as well.
Are you aware of how much damage was done to Gibault monetarily?
Probably the 100 million range. More in the long term.
You wanted to bring them down that badly.
We put it this way. Jack Abbott has been waiting for years for a chance to put a bullet through my heart, business-wise. He's done everything he could, when he could, to harm me, to harm my family, to take what is mine. I saw a perfect opportunity, given Gibault's debt structure, their need for cash flow. They're putting so many eggs in this one basket. To rid myself of that bastard once and for all. That's it, Christine. I have nothing more to say.
I think that's sufficient grounds for a guilty plea. Most definitely.
Problems with your company, your wife. I'm really glad I could be there for you.
Times lately, it seemed like you're the only person I could talk to.
We've come a long way, haven't we?
Yeah, since the days I went to strangle you, yeah.
Who would have ever thought that we'd be close again?
Certainly not yours truly. But you've changed.
I have? How?
Well, take our conversation earlier. Your advice that I not send every law enforcement agency on the planet after fellas.
Well, that had very little to do with her. Jack, I just don't want to see you suffer any more than you already have.
What's wrong?
What I said before about you being vulnerable, well, I'm afraid that goes for me, too.
Look, yeah, I agree. I'm sorry.
No. There's nothing to be sorry for. It's just, right now you're not free.
Right now, my life's a mess. So is my marriage. Tell you the truth, I can't think of any area of my life that isn't a disaster.
You know what you need to do, Jack? When the time is right. You need to decide what you really want. I mean, are you ready to move forward without Phyllis, or is there a chance that the two of you might fix things?
I don't really know if things are fixable anymore.
Well, you have to realize that I have mixed feelings about that.
How so?
Well, part of me would just love to reach out and tell you how great it would be for the two of us with Kyle, but I'm not doing that. I don't want to pressure you, Jack, because I know that you're at a really critical time in your life, and
I'm sure Phyllis would appreciate it.
no, you know what? It's not about Phyllis. Truth is, I'm lonely, Jack. And I know you're lonely too. I mean, but I cannot stand the thought of getting hurt again like I was last year.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
There's nothing to say. The situation is what it is. I gotta go.
You never said why you dropped by in the first place.
I wanted to go over some remodeling sketches that I gave you last week, but you can wait. You take care, okay?
Yeah, you too. And thanks.
So now you want your mother not to drink. Right?
Right.
Well, unfortunately, Jill, once you have opened Pandora's box. Oh, God, even after all these years, when that liquor was coursing through my veins, God, it felt good. It was a comfort. That warm, stinging sensation in my throat, waiting for it to cloud my brain a little, ease the pain a little.
But it's not real. It's
Oh,
false.
reality is not what it's all cracked up to be, Jill, for God's sake. I want magic. I want some rose-colored glasses. I want things to be different from what they really, really are.
Oh, Mother.
Come on, Jill, just leave me alone. Would you please just get the hell out of here? I really want to be by myself.
Yes. So you can drink.
No! No! So I can pretend. So I can fantasize. Oh, God, so I could dream again.
And these are your dreams. You want to be left alone here in this old house and anesthetize yourself. Oh, God, what have I done to you? Dear God, what have I done? Okay. If this is what you really want, it's all yours.
quite a show, Victor.
You were watching Christine. Could you tell how much of what I told her was new information for her?
You mean, was she bluffing? I don't know. I think you told her more than she already knew, which is what I would have recommended you doing. If you had held back when you had promised to confess to all, she would have been well within her rights to roast you alive with what she already had. As it is, I think she'll uphold her end of the bargain.
No jail time, you mean?
Let's hope not. Remember, there are no guarantees.
What do you mean, let's hope not? You sounded far more optimistic before I spilled my guts.
Relax, relax, relax. I'm no less certain now. I'm just trying to be realistic. I do not think either of us are going to jail. I'm going to buy my tickets to the Symphony's Summer in the Park series, and I think you should feel free to do the same.
They say confession is good for the soul.
Yeah, they say a lot of stuff.
Let me tell you something. Right now, my soul feels no relief whatever. On the contrary.
Who is it?
Franklin Becker. I'm sorry, Miss Blair. I called your office. They said you'd be here.
This isn't a very good time.
If I didn't think it was urgent, I wouldn't be here. Thank you.
I take it this has to do with the Victor Newman bribery case?
Yes, it does.
Let me guess, there's political pressure to bring it back into the federal jurisdiction.
You know, I don't like that word, political. But yes, I am taking back the Newman case. I was hoping to get your file so I could begin writing up a strategy proposal for my boss in Washington.
This is gonna get big fast.
That is the idea.
And I have no say in the matter?
Miss Blair, it was our case first. Nicholas Newman came to us. He didn't come to you,
Right, but I have done a lot of work on this.
for which we are extremely grateful.
Okay, I won't fight you.
Why would you, Miss Blair? After all, we are on the same team when you get right down to it.
Come on, Damon, it's Drew, man. Come on, open the door. I know you're in there.
What were you saying?
I take it all back.
Ooh, wait, it's cold out. Come on. What took you so? Ooh. Hi. It's cold out. Wow, man. Listen, I'm sorry if I interrupted, but I have the most incredible news to tell you. Yes. Oh, Vanessa. Oh, okay.
Hello, Drusilla. And yes, you are interrupting as usual.
Oh, I'm sorry. Last I checked, this was Damon Porter's apartment. Perhaps you should put on your socks. Now, listen. I came to tell you that I've solved all of our problems regarding a certain red-headed fugitive and a pair of missing Neo-Phoenicia orchids.
You did.
Yes, I did.
You solved all our problems, Drusilla. How?
How is not important, dear. It's that I did it. I got our orchids back.
Wait a minute. You got them back? You mean you have them?
Well, not exactly, but I can promise you I'll have at least one of them very soon. Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm very curious. How do you claim to have managed this?
Well, you know, I dropped a little something in my husband's ear. He has it in with Phyllis, so.
And that's it? I mean, he's gonna take care of it, and no questions asked, no strings?
Well, you know, little tiny catch, you know. May I have some tea?
One little tiny catch.
Yeah, you know, Vanessa. No worries. Can't get something for nothing.
You know, when you say the words kneel and catch in the same sentence, I get a bad feeling. Exactly what's this coup of yours gonna cost us?
Well, you know, I just had to tell him a little something, something, you know.
What little something, something?
You know, I had to talk to him about orchids and such.
What did you tell him about orchids and such?
You know, the properties, everything.
you know. So young. My God, Catherine. You were so very, very young. What happened to that young, happy girl? Where did she go? Hmm? The world's so full of promise. But you lost her. Somewhere along the way, you lost her. Only the first of many, many, many losses, Catherine. Go away, I'm not at home! How many times do I have to tell you?
There's something I didn't tell you. When Victor was here, he started talking about Abby. What a beautiful little girl she is. And how she needs her mommy.
Oh my God.
Jack and I got very concerned. That's when I stepped in and broke the spell. I had to.
Did you think Ash was gonna tell him something?
Can you imagine? Newman finding out that he's Abby's father? That can't happen.
I agree. At least not that way. It could be terribly harmful. Not only because of the repercussions you feel it might have on your marriage, two families, but
harmful to Ash.
Potentially. For that reason, Brad, if we're going to involve Victor Newman in a therapeutic manner, I advise he be informed of the paternity issue.
Okay, so what are you saying, Victor? You having second thoughts about going to court? You pleading guilty?
I've always gambled to win, Michael Baldwin. That's why I've succeeded where others have failed.
All right, that sounds great, but this time you're dealing with the government and not the competition. They play by different rules. Rules they get to make up, and they play for keeps. Listen, Victor, you're not thinking of backing out of our deal with Christine, right?
is everything you've got?
That's it. Depositions, investigators' reports, the works.
That's great. Listen, I know this probably feels like a slap in the face, but please don't take it personally. It's all part of the give and take.
Right, of politics.
There's that word again. Thank you, Ms. Blair. And I will be sure that the appropriate people hear about all your good work.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Michael, I need to speak with Victor. Is he still there?
Yeah, well, he's here. Victor, it's for you. It's Chris.
Hello?
Victor, time has run out. Get yourself official representation, then you and your lawyer get down to the courthouse. If you want to plead guilty and put this nightmare behind you, now is the time to do it. Delay, and I won't be responsible for what happens.
All right, I hear you. Thank you.